after looking at the pitch, which looked very good for batting, looks like a proper batting paradise. Sohail Akhtar called correctly, batted first. Karachi Kings in the field first. Walking through that well lit channel, but all smiles right now, but the pressure will be on. Huge game, Dom.
Massive game, and you talk about pressure, and of course there's pressure on both sides. We're going to have a new winner of the Pakistan Super League. A lot of people had written the Qalandars off, 7 months ago when I was here and I left.
Fakhr? Hello, Fakhr? Can you hear me? You can't. Obviously, focus on Fakhr. Fakhr, आवाज आ रही है? Fakhr, आपको man of the finals होते हैं आज. बहुत बड़ा फाइनल है.
बिल्कुल, बहुत बड़ा फाइनल है और देखते हैं, एक दो और देखते हैं इंशाल्लाह, फिर कोशिश करेंगे कि
मैं आपको तंग नहीं करूंगा. इतना बड़ा फाइनल है, शायद आप मुझे बैट ही मारते हैं. जाएं बैटिंग करें.
ना करें.
जा रहे हैं. Yeah, Baba didn't want him to talk. He doesn't want him to lose focus.
Well, maybe people don't want you to talk to him because Correct. If you remember last time...
Yeah, that's a huge issue.
And that was an issue. Yeah. Maybe he'll come out and forget what you've just said to him.
It's difficult though. I stay in the mind. But the start, obviously the first overs, the first few overs, it just sets up the game. And it's such a huge game. Tamim Iqbal, a big player. But Fakhr Zaman, well, he has a terrific records in finals.
Yeah, we're only a bit of tongue-in-cheek. And I know that a lot of people on social media have picked up about the fact we are the wickets duo. Now, tonight, we're not going to do anything tonight. We just want a good final. If wickets come, we're not actually praying for them. We just want to see a good PS final. I know we've called for Super Overs before. If that happens, it happens. What I want to see is the best side turn up and win tonight. Imad Wasim, who is captain, he has a lot of ability with this new ball. Look at that economy rate, and he bowls a lot in the power play, and it's not easy. He goes around the wicket, and what he is like, little sliders, little swingers away from the left-handers, and it's not easy. But it is the grand final. And you talk about nerves. What they've got to try and do, Baz, and it's not easy when you're in pressurized situations, is try and enjoy. I know there's not a lot of atmosphere because there's no crowd here at the moment, but enjoy the fact that you've made the final and try and leave everything on the pitch.
HBL PSL 5. Karachi Kings, Lahore Qalandars. Mega win is about to begin, and the captain, Imad Wasim, taking it upon himself to bowl the first over. Normally very effective against right-handers with the ball darting back in, slightly not as effective against left-handers with the ball sort of going away from them, just giving them a slight opportunity to free their arms. He needs to be very tight on that leg stump, starting on the leg stump.
Well, if you remember in that Eliminator 1 against the two left-handers of the Multan Sultans, Zishan Ashraf and Adam Lyth, he bowled very well because of that last delivery that we just saw. It's a cross, and it's not easy. Like I say, it's like a little left-arm swinger across. And maybe what they've got to try and do is think that nothing's going to come back in and open up this area on the offside. Everybody's in the circle here. It may mean take a risk and come down, but come down outside off stump and hit it over.
Through the offside, first boundary, off the final.
Certainly is. And if you're not going to come down and get to the pitch of it, then maybe go deep in your crease. Look, goes back, little bit of bounce, cut away. The Brighto colourful drive.
Yeah, you like that ball drifting across. I like it if it starts straight, because then it takes away that option of playing through the offside.
Well, you've got to try, yes. I think going from middle to off or off slightly outside. You cannot give left-handers too much room. See, he's tried there to outfox him, and he outfoxed himself. Overgone, forward. No, it is an overgone, four without loss. Who was it for?
Mohammad Amir, a big player in the finals, and he'll need to step up. There's all this talk about Lahore's fast bowlers against Karachi's batsmen. He's gone under the radar.
He has, and when you say he's got to step up, I think he did enough in that super over to answer a few questions about, one, maybe not his temperament, but his ability under pressure. And you're right, he's done it in one game. What the selectors want to see now is, can he do it in a grand final?
Starts off with a wide. Marginal.
Well, it swings after. And I would never question these two umpires because they are brilliant, both of these, Alim Dar and Michael Goff. Is it a wide? Yes. Because it swings outside that blue line. We had this conversation the other night. And I know we had a discussion, but I'm still right.
I reckon you have problems spotting colour. Short wide, thrashed to the offside. He's away with the boundary.
Beautiful shot. Sensational shot. Pace, little bit of bounce, sits in his crease, times it. This is what makes him such a good player. And I'm thankful that that little conversation with him hasn't affected him. It affects a lot of people, but not Bakar.
Doesn't affect you either, but tell you what, this matchup right here, Fakhar Zaman has brilliant record in finals. Champions Trophy 2017, 114, Tri-Series against Australia, final 91. Another wide. And in the last month there was a final of the domestic tournament where he got 67, so he's the man for the finals.
Both of these, both of them are superb batsmen. And this is what he did against the Multan Sultans in that super over. What an over it was. Against left-handed, right-handed combination, and Riley Rousseau and Ravi Bopara, that he won that contest.
And talking about that contest with Amir in this T20 World Cup, I'll take you back to when? 2009, when you were still playing. Amir got Dilshan out in the very first over. That's the World Cup where Pakistan won.
Yes. Good that you remember that I was still playing in 2009.
Yeah, I was reminded by someone. I didn't remember it, but somebody poked and said he was still playing.
Just remember where you can watch this. All the broadcasters around the world. Sky in New Zealand, Eurosport in India, Hum Masala in the UK, PT Sports and Geo Super in Pakistan. Remember the live streams as well. Michael Goff there, who's at square leg. Experienced ICC umpire.
If that's still a little low, or just exaggeration, but attacking the stumps, which is probably the way to go. Started off a bit wide in the first three deliveries, did Amir.
Yes, have a look. See if this does keep down. No, I don't think it does. Maybe slightly. You could see that he created that little bit of angle to go back in. Live streaming Pakistan. And also live streaming internationally as well.
Oh, inside edge, bottom edge, doesn't carry. I suspect it was a cutter.
Well, let's see if it was, or whether you were right the ball before, and it is slightly keeping a bit low. It's not a cutter. It's not a cutter, and it doesn't carry. So maybe then as a side you look at replays. They'll all be looking at replays. Maybe then you think about the total. Is it going to be as good a surf as it was in that eliminated 2? All of a sudden these certain balls just cast a little bit of doubt in your mind about totals.
Just a single.
I don't like that, Baz. I don't like that for a lot of reasons. And I know you sit back on the edge of the circle.
Well, it's radio as well now. Official radio partner HBL PSL 5 FM 106.2.
Yeah, and the reason why I don't like it, Baz, is because I understand now. You're looking at the field now. I'm just going to show you the last ball. I think this is too easy. Yes, you're trying to stop the boundary in the power play, but I don't think you should let them rotate strike. Look how deep they are now, and I understand why, but I'd like to see extra cover in.
Oh, what a delivery to end the second over. Seam away. 12 without loss. Qalandars unchanged. Karachi Kings Umaid Asif comes in to replace Wayne Parnell. Last ball of that last over. Yes, talking about ball keeping low, but this is a peach.
Beautiful delivery. Just watch the seam. How he gets his fingers right behind the seam and a lovely wrist. Lovely wrist position. Oh, just reminding me of the great Wasim Akram. Beautiful.
And just for Wasim Akram, another left armour. Waqas Maqsood starts off with one down the leg side, but he does get the ball to swing, does Waqas.
Bit of nerves maybe, a little bit of nerves. First ball maybe a bit loose. Captain and coach should be saying to your bowlers, come on, set the tone, set the tone. Always talk about batting partnerships, but sometimes we forget about bowling partnerships. You bowl one good over, you've got to be ready to go again. And as a bowler, you take that responsibility.
Down the leg side, just a single. Tom, I'll ask you this. There's the build-up towards this final. Everybody's talking about Karachi, Lahore, the big finale. Does that get towards the player? Does it affect the players?
It shouldn't do, but it does. Of course it does, because of the rivalry, because of the fact neither of them have been in a final before. So you're going to have a new winner. And because you want to come out of this PSL with the bragging rights. We haven't got too long to wait till the next PSL, but for the next, what, 3 months, 2.5 months, whoever wins can gloat, shall we say.
Are you staying on for that? I think you should stay on for 3 months.
Love to.
And he's just tightening that length. He's maybe not trying to bowl towards the leg stump, but he's got away with it.
Well, he just changed his field a little bit. He took first slip out and put him at a short fine leg, and the quite square fine leg has gone more towards a deep square leg. So you can see that the fine leg is up in the circle on the left-hand side of your picture there. I think he could be a bit finer. Is that Mohammed Amir? It is. That's not Mohammed Amir. He's a decent player. Good player.
Oh, extra bounce. I think that one must be a cutter. I can't be wrong 3 times in a row, or can I?
You can never be wrong. Not in my eyes. Look at that. Yeah, just the fingers came down, didn't it, down the side, and it's stuck in the surface. So we've seen just a few little signs. One that's kept low, one that's just gripped in the surface.
Yeah, single again. They're hanging back on the circle.
Do you see what I mean? And I understand why, because you've gone wide 1-1 dot. I think sometimes you've allowed Tamim then just to get off strike, build the pressure on him, make him think I've got to hit a boundary, and it could bring you a wicket. Of course, you know, it's all a bit of, it's a gamble in a way, of course it is. You're saying to him, come on, I'm coming in to save it. Look, they're all on the edge, which I totally understand. But I would say go on the edge if somebody is coming at you, and in the first couple of overs you conceded 20 or 30, then you think, hang on here, let's just protect the boundary.
It's beautiful bowling, just angling back in. It's not been a great start, but what has been great is that Tom's very hydrated. Just that moment, tea moment.
See, I don't know whether you can see it. There is tea in there.
You finished all of it.
No, because someone told me the other day, they watched this and they said I wasn't drinking tea. I can assure you, I've at least had 3 cups today in here.
That's not enough. You have 7 a day.
That's just in here.
Another single. So a good over from Waqas Maqsood. 3 gone, 17 without loss. Well, they'll be happy so far. Fakhar Zaman down the track, pumps it over, 1 bounce 4.
Good shot. And look, I've been talking about mid-off and mid-on getting a bit closer to save the single. Now, obviously, he's set his stall out as a batsman to get into the over well. When let's talk about getting into the over well as a batsman, it's about trying to hit a boundary in the first two balls. As a bowler, you're trying to do exactly the opposite in the first 2 balls, is not concede and a couple of dots. Here, he has come after him. Will he do it again, or will he now sit back?
Well, he's sat back, but he's timed that absolutely perfectly.
Perfect. A little bit like you, perfect. What he does really well is he knows that Mohamed Amir, because he's run up the wicket and gone bosh, he thinks that he's going to bring his length back and just use his pace, get it past backward square, and it flies away.
Better bowling, just angling that back in. Fakhar Zaman wants to strike, but he'll just get 1. Tell you what, Dom, PSL coming back into Pakistan has made a big change. It's now the highest run rate last 1 year. PSL, top of the pile. HBL PSL 8.64. That tells you, well, they've come back from UAE. It's a whole different dimension that has presented itself when it's come back to Pakistan.
Shows it's exciting T20 competition, as that's what people want to see. Shots, and want to see a few wickets here and there. And a lot of people worried about me and you going first here, and would there be 4 or 5 wickets? There's been none at the moment. And what it's been about is about batting, it's about time, giving yourself a bit of time, but also the timing of some of the best batsmen. Tamim Iqbal has been around a long time.
What they don't know about you, Corky, that you're very flexible. You can now go to the batters. It's not all about taking wickets. So the flexibility, the adaptability, that's why we want you to stay on for 3 months and explore more of Karachi.
Love to. Just look at that. Look at that. City of Lights. Even though it's been a short visit this time. What are we, nearly 7.5 months since this tournament first started, and we're coming to the conclusion today. It won't be too long to see the next edition, and I cannot wait.
27 without loss.
We've seen the balls to stop and die on the batsman at times. Whenever we've seen a bit of leg cutter variation, free stroke making has been just a touch difficult. But you've got to adjust, like the bowlers are trying to adjust on this track. Jonty, I think the batsmen really will have to find the angles to make sure that the flow of runs do not stop.
Yeah, the key is the intensity, because it is a used pitch before. We've spoken about that, so there will be a little bit of inconsistency. Good single. You're right, Rambo. The key is not to get bogged down and then feel a big shot need for release. You want to make sure that intensity is there. You drop and run, take every run that's available. Dominic Cork spoke about how the field was quite deep, so if they're giving you the singles, take them. If they give you pace on the ball, use it.
Live streaming in Pakistan, and the options are on the screen for you. bsports.pk, tapmad.com, tv.jazz.com.pk, and goonj.pk.majnoon.tv. Wow. Cutting the ball can be a little taxing as well, because you're not getting any pace off the surface.
Yeah, when you're trying to play cross-bat shots, when the ball is holding, and the bowlers, we've seen some real good skills already, because that's been, I think, a good sign. They've learned from the first game. I mean, it's quite crazy to think that Karachi Kings haven't had a game in 2 days, you know, and it seems like months ago that they last played. I think they've been watching carefully. They've learned from the other games that have been on, because we haven't seen a lot of change of pace in the other 2 power plays. So good to see the bowlers utilizing that.
There's a shift in the field, long on now been positioned. Deep point has been asked to come and be part of the ring circus. Teams usually do reassess the situation, the scoring rate and the total they want to get on a certain surface. Right now, if they carry on at this pace, 124, 150, I think could be a good, decent score for the final. The little boy in the middle, a few months back, cried badly when Qalandars lost. The video went viral.
Okay, well done, Wax, well done, Wax.
And so he's here. Qalandars says the lucky charm.
So Fakhar Zaman is a good player in the power play. Great in the middle when there's space, and at the death, just 123 strike rate. But here today, ball not really coming onto the bat as freely. This opening pair struggling slightly, finding their way.
Playing a miss, seam up delivery, and beating the batsman around that off stump line. 30 without a wicket after 5. We haven't seen a lot of 4s or 6s hit so far in the first 5 overs. Current run rate is 6. Karachi Kings managing the affairs quite nicely. A lot of variations, a lot of smart cricket being played by their bowlers. Hassan Raza is the third umpire. And the match referee is in the backdrop, Professor Anis. I think the follow-up act has got to be as useful as the frontline attack we've seen so far from Karachi Kings. So it is so vital that the other bowlers just keep going relentlessly at what's been good so far from Karachi Kings. The template has been laid out, and it is variations, pace of the ball, and control. Arshad Iqbal is in. He's the emerging player, and had the best economy rate in the domestic T20 tournament. They have a formidable bowling attack, Qalandars, and have banked their success on the back of some lightning fast bowling. Qalandars' opening burst has been very, very useful right throughout the PSL with the bat, that is. The openers have done extremely well. That is a smash. It's the stumps at the non-striker's end.
Yeah, Arshad Iqbal and his follow through couldn't get a hand on the ball, because if he had, oh, he was short, Tamim Iqbal, and we saw a couple of those in the previous games. Tries to pull this down the ground, baseball style. Luckily for Tamim, no hand on that.
Hit the thigh, probably will run away to the fence. 2 leg bars, I think. The charge continues in the opening department. Lahore Qalandars' average opening score has been 38. 457 runs so far, and this was a loud appeal pitched outside the leg stump, so umpire was in excellent position to call this in favor of the batsman.
Yet whether you're an emerging player like this young man or a senior like Imran Tahir, every appeal is a vocal one.
It's been given as a wide. The idea was excellent. Got the ball away from the range of the striker. Just got it a wee bit wrong in the end. So Lahore Qalandars, in 12 innings, the opening stand has been worth 457 runs with the best average amongst all sides, 38.08. Thanks to Fakhar and Chris Lynn. And now Tamim Iqbal is with Fakhar, and the stand is not looking bad at all. Wickets in hand. Going has been tough, but they have not lost a whole lot of wickets.
Yeah, it's an interesting approach. When they batted first time around in the second eliminator, it looked like they were considering the dew factor later on in the evening. And they went hard, knowing that they had to get as many as possible. So interesting now in the final, they're thinking, well, let's go more. Because the average first innings total here, HBL PSL, is 160 in Karachi. So we know that in a final, if you get to 150, it's always a good score on the board. And especially this evening, the pitch is just holding up for those variations. But this evening, if there is some dew, it might slide on and make batting slightly easier.
Shot, lovely shot, pick-up shot. He plays that so well on a slow pitch. That is beautifully timed.
Yeah, I think on HBL, he'll be a bit upset with himself on a wicket where it's tough if you're hitting a good length and you're mixing up your pace. If you get a leg stump half volley, even if the middle stump half volley, you're going to put it away. Most players will be able to, and especially somebody of this caliber.
I think it went for 4, one bounce over the rope. But to get this kind of stunning timing from a surface that has not really been consistent is pretty special from Tamim Iqbal. It's been signaled as a 4. At times bowlers in T20 tend to do it just a little bit more in the last part of an over. And they put themselves under undue, unnecessary pressure. He was going so well and tried something different, and it went for 4. Got to relax. Got him just a little bit cramped on this occasion. It's 37 without a wicket. Six overs done and dusted. Power play is off. The next session will begin. Nobody has really landed the other with a heavyweight punch. It's like the two boxers assessing the situation, each other. Stamina and tactics more at play than the knockout punch. Umaid Asif is playing today for Karachi Kings, replaced Parnell. Good steady medium pacer. Good change of pace. He's pretty tall, so get the ball to bounce off the surface should do.
So he'll be under a bit of pressure, having had no game time, straight into the final.
Batsmen tend to do that on a slow surface, trying to get to the pitch of the ball to get some rhythm generated. Split finger ball, and started off with a slow ball. That is pretty decent from Umaid Asif. Really well-crafted delivery in the end.
Yeah, the difference, if you are coming down the crease or coming down the wicket, you still got to try and keep as much shape as possible, because the bowler's going to see you. He is going to change his pace. You've got to hold your shape as long as you can. So, not many boundaries in the power play, but here was the first over. Fantastic shot. There was still pace on the wicket, and the guys used it superbly. Both left-handers playing some handy cricket shots all around the ground. Power pass and great timing. Race for 4.
This was lovely from Tamim Iqbal. Pick-up shot. Got it absolutely in the center of his willow. Every time you bowl a slow ball, you've got a reaction off the surface. So I think that's the way to go for medium paces. In that power play package, whenever the bowler tried the seam-up ball, it went hard to the fence. No problems, the timing was good, and so that's a lesson for both sides. how to bowl on a creasy surface. It's not a perfect surface. It appears to be creased. Doesn't have the sheen, doesn't have the bounce that you'd want from batting perspective.
I think it's a good call from the captain as well, because for the right-hander bowling those cutters away from the left-handers, difficult to give yourself room and hit the ball. It's good running between the wickets, scuttling back, really good running. Tamim Iqbal back for 2. Oh, Fakhar Zaman, I beg your pardon, hustled through.
This innings demands something like this, desperation between the wickets. That's such a good second run, because he took on the throw. Sunrish Takat Sab Karne Ki contest. That's a good shot into the gap. Picked up the slow ball very early, and the timing was there as well.
Yeah, what I really loved about the shot, the first ball of the over, he came running down and tried to play right across. Watch how he extends his arm through the ball. Even though he's playing across the line, that bottom hand goes in the same direction that he wants the ball to go. Watch this, a long extension of the arms, not just pulling across it, not trying to overhit it, understanding that there's not much pace in the wicket, creating the pace himself without losing his shape. So these two showing real intent.
Delicately done for a run. Tamim Iqbal has looked so good, maintaining good strike rate on a difficult pitch. 45 without a wicket after 7. Without a wicket. The opening pair still intact. The dimensions of the ground square hits are larger, bigger compared to the square hits. Iftikhar coming on to bowl off spinner. Will he get something out of the surface?
Get it in, get it in.
Ben Dunk
Keep going, Ifti, keep going, Ifti.
has had a great season. Got 100 in one of the pool matches at Lahore.
Get it, Ifti, get it, Ifti, get it.
In fact, got 99.
So Iftikhar really useful in this contest. In the first game, in the qualifier, he bowled his 3 overs for 17. So really miserly with his economy rate. Started off really well. 2 balls to the 2 left-handers. He's going to be a handful. They are going to have to make the running, these 2.
Big shot. Great shot. 6. Went with the spin. Went aerial. Went high. Gets a 6. Gets Lahore Qalandars to a 50 mark as well.
Yeah, I said they had to do the running. Here he comes running down the crease, but he still maintains the shape again. Tamim Iqbal, great exponent playing against spin. He doesn't try and overhit it. Again, the extension of the arms gives himself some room, and really well played. Almost done in flight, not a bad delivery, but a really brave, classic shot from Tamim Iqbal. HBL 384 tournament 6s.
Got to pick the right ball to hit on a surface like this, and must not throw away the start that you've got. Current partnership worth 54. Must cash in the advantage. Lovely timing into the gap, and Fakhr earns himself a boundary. This is classy stuff from the left-hander. So we've seen Tamim to be glorious over long off, and then we've seen Fakhr with a beautiful cut shot. Fakhr's scoring areas today is generally very, very severe through the leg side, and this time square through the offside area has been targeted as well. Comparing him to Tamim would be interesting. That's into the gap. Babar Azam gets to the ball. So we'll come back to it after 8:59 without a wicket.
.59 without loss. It's been a cautious start, but one that is expanding from the Qalandars. Just a reminder, if you're just joining us, that Lahore Qalandars won the toss and decided to bat first. Unusual for them. Have a look at Tamim Iqbal's scoring areas today. All around the ground. And, it's had to favour areas in front of and down the pitch because of the slow nature of this surface. One thing about the Qalandars, you might think that they're going slowly. They tend to be able to accelerate like nobody else in the latter stages of the innings in this year's PSL. Irouge, you did the pitch report. What do you make of this start? Is it befitting of the surface and the conditions that we find ourselves in?
Yeah, it is playing a little bit too paced. We saw the odd ball take off and some keep a little bit low. The Karachi National Stadium lit up for this final. History will be made. There will be a new winner for this 2020 PSL. But yeah, it is playing a little bit too paced. We've seen the ball not coming on as much as it looked like. It played a little bit better on the game on Sunday. The City of Lights, Karachi. The HBL Tower, the City of Lights.
Yeah, Pakistan's biggest city. Taking on their biggest rivals. I mean, the interesting thing, I suppose, is that Qalandars are the chasing kings, aren't they? Chase 189 versus Multan in the group stages, 188 versus Zalmi, 189 versus Karachi Kings, all back in Lahore. And 171 they chased here against Zalmi. Well, this is what you're talking about, isn't it? This variable bounce, the fact that the ball is just gripping, the seam will bite into this surface, which is drier than it was on Sunday.
Butch, also coming to your point about the depth or the aggressive batting that the middle and the tail possesses for Lahore. We saw the last 4 overs, they got 59 against the second eliminator versus Multan. So they do have that depth, which I feel shifts the balance slightly in the favour of Lahore. Just reiterating your point on their fastest scoring rate towards the back end. The next 3 in.
Yeah, I wonder if we won't see Sohail come in at 3. That would be a mistake for me. Good finish. Change up from Umaid, and 9 overs gone, 62 without loss.
Well, it looks as though Mohammed Hafiz is getting himself tooled up and ready to go should the wicket fall. Now Ben Dunker's got the pads on anyway. I suspect he has them on from the start, as does Samit Patel. Hafiz made 74 from 46 in that successful run chase against Peshawar Zalmi. At the moment, it's Tamim Afaka. You may have noticed at home, if you've been keeping up with the social media and stuff, that we're all wearing our traditional Pakistani dress today. I've got the Shalwar kameez, and you're looking resplendent in your kit as well. I don't know if you remember back the days of Tony Gregg in pitch reports. He'd be talking about player comfort level at the toss. Player comfort level in the Shalwar kameez, particularly the trouser area, is magnificent.
You're a legend. You're an absolute legend behind the mic, putting me on the spot, not just once now. But yeah, you guys look absolutely, well, may I say, beautiful.
That's an adjective I've not had thrown my way probably since I was a baby. But thanks.
But the headgear has been magnificent as well. Going tradition from all parts of Pakistan.
Well, Dominic Kaur. It's like the father of Pakistan, doesn't he?
Yeah, so for those who haven't seen his picture in a very similar hat to the father of the nation, Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah, has been going around. From all around the world, the comments have poured in. But yeah, obviously, as the comments keep coming in, they would like at least 160 here. Doesn't look likely, though.
I don't know. I don't think you can put that past Lahore. I really don't. Up and over, slashed away. It's not straight out of the middle of the bat. That's because of the surface, but the intent was there and the boundary has come.
Yeah, he's been wanting to go for a while now, Tamim. It was a slower one. He didn't get a hold of that completely, but the intent, like you mentioned, was correct. He was always aiming to go up and over cover. Gave himself some room and swung through the line. A much needed boundary now. Done 34 and 35 deliveries. He'd want to get a move on here.
I suppose the only thing about the decision to win the toss and have a bat first is that I suppose there's a slight gamble that if the pitch starts off slow, as we all thought it would, that if things change in the second half. Hygiene tip, cool on cool, wash your hands for 20 seconds. Don't forget to wear a mask and practice social distancing. "22 yards away from the next delivery is Tamim Iqbal. And that would be the one thing, I suppose. You slightly worry. It's been a warm day today, warm during the daytime. It got much cooler just before we were about to start. 68 without loss at the halfway point. It'll just be interesting to see whether that dew comes in or not. It's up in the air, short side, but not short enough. The catch is taken. Umaid takes the catch, shows us well, whatever was lurking underneath his shirt, and that's the breakthrough. 68 for 1.
Very nice catch there, and the Iron Man lifts his shirt up. He's inspired by Iron Man, and he always does that. A very good athlete and a good cricketer as well. Jubilee safe hands the catch taken by Iftikhar. Tamim Iqbal goes for 35. Lahore now 68 for 1.
We thought, it's not the captain, it's Mohammed Hafiz out in the middle, and this is why he's there.
A Jubilee safe hands catch by Iftikhar there at the boundary. Yeah, Tamim was struggling to get the ball away, not coming on as much we'd like, but there we see the ball pitched into the ground, but again just holding up a little bit.
Yeah, it's a type of surface. There we go. I didn't spot that the first time. Yeah, Iron Man. But it's the type of surface at the moment, anyway, where you can run in and actually slam the seam back of a length into the pitch and let the wicket do the work. So the Professor comes in decent nick. And Sohail Akhtar has demoted himself down the order. I don't think we'll see him at all. I don't think we'll see him at the fall of the second wicket. It will be Dunk, Samit Patel and David Visa, who we'll see from the Qalandars in the second half of this innings. Again, banged into the surface, and Hafiz plays it beautifully. Only bring one.
Yeah, it only makes sense now with the batting order they possess. And that was the end of Tamim Iqbal. Didn't middle it. Comfortable catch in the end of the boundary. Still have to be taken. Coming back to your point again, I think a wise decision. You've got Ben Dunk, like you mentioned, you've got Samit Patel, David Visa, who all can hit the ball, and we're already into the 11th over, so only makes sense.
I think he's holed out again. Two fielders converging. Iftikhar, oh, that's brilliant. That's a really, really good catch. Really good catch. It looked as though he'd overrun it and had to change direction and then dive forward back in the direction that the ball had come. And it may look simple in the replay, but I can tell you it was anything but.
A fantastic day he's having. He ran all the way. You saw the other ring fielder coming in from square leg. Would have been slightly simpler for him. But Iftikhar overran that, but still kept the eyes on the ball and took a very good catch indeed. Fakhr goes for 27. Lahore now 69 for 2.
Not two left-handers leave the scene, and another one joins them. Ben Dunk, who's been quite magnificent for Qalandars in the group stages. Yet to fire, yet to spark in the playoffs. He comes to the crease with plenty of time left to do his bit. So Faka going in similar fashion to that of Tamim. Again, just the hands of Iftikhar getting his body out of trouble, and then once again Tony Stark pops in.
Well, Imad here has bowled a fantastic over. He's picked up 2 wickets, just giving up the 2 runs, picking up both openers. Well, in walked Ben Dunk. Loves the opposition, Karachi, doesn't he?
Yeah, 99 from just 40 balls back in Lahore, but this isn't Lahore. 70 for 2. Karachi Kings skipper back into the attack. Let's have a look at the HBL hang time. Plenty of time to think about it, plenty of time to mess it up, but not today, says Iftikhar. Not today. Imad Razim has got through 1 over. It's the opening over of the final, and oh, goodness me, that's gone straight up in the air. And that's going to be another one. It's the end of Mohamed Hafiz. And that's 3 wickets in the space of a couple of overs for the Karachi Kings.
Well, the skipper for Karachi Kings brings him back, brings himself back into the attack and does harm on the first delivery. Mohamed Hafiz down the track, getting it on the toe end of the bat. And another Jubilee safe hands catch, this time by Babar Azam again. The catching's been good, making no mistake. Lahore in a spot of bother, 3 down now for 70. Mohamed Hafiz gone for 2.
$70 for 3, 2 men on naught at the crease. And a bit of turn for Imad Wazim. Well, rebuilding job needs to be done, and a couple of good guys at the crease to do it. Here's the end of Mohamed Hafiz. He didn't get anywhere near it, really. Went through with the shot nonetheless, and could only skew it to Babar Azam down there at long off. So again, we're for Lahore. We see the hang time once more. Lahore will be thinking to themselves, well, okay, we've lost 3 wickets in quick succession, but we've now got our 2 main men at the crease with David Visa next man in. It's no time to panic for them.
Imad bowling with a slip now to Samit Patel.
Oh, what a delivery, what a delivery. And the aggressive captaincy of Imad almost comes off. He's giving the slip an absolute serve there for not being close enough.
Yeah, we all picked that up. He's asking the slip there. I've told you to come and stand up. Oh, would have been a sitter if he was one step up, would have gone straight into the pouch. Imad letting Iftikhar know he's not happy.
Well done. Keep up, boys.
Just a bit of turn. Not something that Imad Wasim is known for, really. Shows you how abrasive this surface is. Just short. Samit Patel took his bottom hand off the handle, to be fair to him. Just made sure that the ball was softly deflected. Oh, he's got to be quick here, Samit. Oh, he's gone for all money. The fielder had plenty of time to steady himself. Was it Shafain Rutherford? And take aim, but didn't make it.
Not quite sure where he was going there, Butch. Not quite sure where there was even a run on there or not. Would have been gone for all money had that hit.
Extraordinary record against left arm spin. 344 strike rate. I don't think it's going to be that today. 12 gone, 72 for 3.
Iftikhar. Yeah, it's been out downhill for Lahore Qalandars. Pace off the ball. Just feel that the ball's not coming on to the bat. Inside edge. Just be a single. It's a big moment. And big moment for everyone. And it's always a selfie moment. That's always a big moment too. So, Johnny, the problem when you win the toss and bat first is to assess the pitch. And it's vital in T20 cricket, especially to assess it very quickly because you don't have any time at all.
Yeah, I think what the opening partnership did when they started batting was maybe lulled Lahore Qalandars into a bit of a false sense of security because they hit the ball quite well. Wasim Akram always animated, giving advice. So a really good partnership, but we saw that the pace or the pitch was too pace. And that's an indication that it is going to be tougher if you lose wickets for the guys coming in further down the order. And that's exactly what we've seen. Every time that someone new comes to the crease, there's no pace to work with. You've got to rebuild. It does take a while.
But as we've seen throughout this tournament, Lahore Qalandars are almost a team like Pakistan. 1 minute they're completely off and suddenly they spring into life. So we can still expect some fireworks. And we can still expect a lot of twists. Whenever they play, there's a lot of twists in the game.
Well, I think with regards to Lahore Qalandars, Ben Dunk's got a fantastic strike rate against spin in this HBL PSL, and speeds mixing up quite nicely.
Right, or fan of the match, you can send in your videos and be part of that decision of becoming a fan of the match. You ever considered putting paint on your face, Jonty?
No, that South African was Alan Donald. He painted up his face. Stay out of the sun at my old age, thank you.
What about in Sweden now? Probably paint there.
What sun, though? What sun? No sun in Sweden for the next 4 months.
Another good over for Karachi Kings. 78 for 3. I'll tell you what, Jonty, it's Karachi Kings and Lahore Qalandars, a huge final. Projected scores, well, they won 12 and over at least. Oh, well, they settle for 150 from here on in, but need Ben Dunk to fire. And as is the norm, I think no match is complete without problems with somebody walking in front of the side screen. If there's crowd, no crowd, there has to be a delay.
You don't think Ben Dunk was just deep in thought and he got caught unawares of the bowler? Usher was sneaking up onto him.
There's a call for 2, but it will just be a single.
So Ben Dunk against strike rate against pace 127 and against spin 138, and that's come down because before the last the eliminators he was over 140 against spin at the start of the playoff series.
And he's very biased. He's very biased towards Lahore. All his sixes, 23 of them in Lahore, not one in Karachi. So you know exactly which team he's supporting and which team he wants to win, but he'll have to hit sixes in Karachi in order to get them to win. Shot pulled away into the gap, but saved at the fence, so still no boundary.
Yeah, great work by Shajil on the boundary. Really was a good effort. For money, that looked like it was going to go to the boundary. The outfield was really quick. Samit Patel, short man, short arm jab, just back of a length, using the pace. He thought it was going for 4. Whoopsie, I got to get back.
Definitely spot fielding, Sunridge. Shajil does really well. The short will land in the air, and Samit Patel gone.
So after that last pull, a bit more effort in that delivery. It got really big on Samit Patel. I should put a little bit more extra effort, and all he could get was a top edge that looped down to fine leg. So Spider Cam again following us all the way into the Jubilee safe hands. Fantastic catch, success, and another wicket is down. Samit Patel, his innings has come to an end. He has gone for 5. Lahore now 81 for 4.
Well, the short of land, short ball really working well on this pitch, and Karachi Kings right now in front. Rashid Iqbal normally bangs the ball in. This one banged in, but extra bounce and scooped away to fine leg, and another wicket down. Big wicket though, Samit Patel, dangerous player. Look at where it hit the bat, right near the splice, not near the handle. Strong bowling. Again short, but this time glove on it. Oh, a bit of bat and races away.
Rashid Iqbal is encouraged by that last dismissal of Samit Patel. He again bangs it in short, and the shackles have been broken. It's been a while since we've seen a boundary across the seam. getting that extra bounce again. Heavy glove on it, and fortunate because that's carried it all the way past the wicketkeeper and down to the boundary for 4.
The first boundary in 4 overs. And Sohail Akhtar, well, you can watch him live streaming international. 4.7 million people right now watching. And it's turned away to the leg side, call 4-2, and well, they'll get 2. So 14 gone, 88 for 4. 36 deliveries remaining, 88 for 4. Lahore Qalandars would want 150, would want something to bowl at. We've talked about their bowling being very potent, but they need to set them something to work with. Still got the South African waiting in the wings. Akash Yorker on leg stump. The Pepsi Gharpe Cricket. You can post your videos on social media with the hashtag Gharpe Cricket and get featured in our coverage. Nice one, reverse flicks, Shaheen Shah Afridi. Fast bowlers, that's what we like.
Didn't you like the sweep and the reverse sweep? That's what I love. That young lady. Sweep, reverse sweep. No?
I was too stiff to do that, so I won't go there. Sohail Akhtar gone down the order. Top ball.
Well, in Sweden we now have John T, but in Pakistan, double T. Thank you.
Today is quite the day for it, isn't it? It's quite chilly.
It was quite nippy downstairs.
We're just preparing you before you fly off.
Nothing, I think, can prepare me for -3.
Hit down the ground, just a single. You look at this now, you've got what, 33 deliveries remaining, and you look at boundaries, you look at what, how many boundaries can you get? Maybe 6, maybe 7. And if they do that, then you've got a chance to get to 150. Who will provide those boundaries? That's the issue now, because the ball hasn't come onto the bat.
And with regards to that, someone like David Wiese down the order, I mean, he had 16 of 7 in the first and then 48 of 21, so he's a big boundary hitter with an incredible strike rate. Ben Dunk, I think, has you know, from a shot selection point of view, he is the guy who can adapt, because David Wiese has one pace. I mean, he hits the ball so clean, but if the ball is stopping and not coming on, will he still be able to adapt?
Two shot, nicely played over the top, just guided it, and a welcome boundary.
So the difference for me between David Wiese and Ben Dunk is exactly that. Slow delivery, not just a slow ball bouncer. Difficult to hit away anywhere. Ben Dunk, he adjusts really well, waits for the ball and just helps it on away with no pace whatsoever. So that's why he is key, Ben Dunk. He's got to bat through as many overs as he can, and maybe David Wiese at the end can join him and hit a few out the park.
Yeah, still quite a question that comes to mind whenever I see him. If he gets a haircut, will he still strike the ball that hard? I've not got an answer yet. A terrific Yorker. Direct hit? No. Ben Duncan's just gone walkabout. He thought he'd got a single and said no. If Ahmed had got a direct one, well, who knows?
I mean, it's pretty good at hitting the stumps, let's face it, with his Yorkers. Ben Dunk returned quickly. Oh, gone for all money, which has been really good to see. Even though the field is spread, the players have been saving the circle and saving the one in the circle wherever they could. So great work from Mohamed Amir.
Another exceptional Yorker. That's terrific bowling. 15 gone, 94 for 4. Yeah, Waqas Maksud, he's been impressive previous over. He's gone 3 overs for 13, but have a look at this Yorker. On the popping crease, starting back in. The only thing you can do with that is a reverse sweep, Jonty.
Any kind of sweep. You got enough protection on these days, but not just the 6th ball, the 5th ball of the over as well. Ben Dunk dug it out. So great bowling, great control. And do you think 134, no, in a final, when you batted first to put pressure on the opposition with a score on the scoreboard, that's not enough, is it?
Yeah, you think that's not enough, but you then think that the match will depend on how well Shaheen Shah Afridi bowls with the new ball, because he gets wickets for run. Right now, it's Arshad Iqbal who's banging the ball back of a length into the pitch. And it has worked. No batsman has been able to pull the ball with any sort of comfort, especially when it's just short of a length. Well, we got top umpires umpiring the game, but we got one third umpire, Ehsan Raza, experienced umpire, first one to get to 50 T20s, men's T20s. Short again, and that's the sort of length, Jonty, we've seen throughout that batsman hasn't been able to get on top of.
Which is interesting, because that's the length that David Visa is striking at about 300% strike rate. So interesting if he comes in and they still maintain that length, because if they've done their homework, the Karachi Kings, they don't want to be bowling that length to David Visa.
Well, not many South Africans play finals, but this is a final for Visa, so it'll be interesting.
I say nothing. It's fantastic just being here at the final, soaking up this atmosphere. I'm sweating.
A shot over length again, and it's been skied. Mid-wicket comes in, taken. Babar Azam with another catch.
Yeah, Babar Azam, he's got fast feet, and the reason why I can tell him, those bright yellow shoes of his, again, that hard length has done Ben Dunk. He's on his way, never felt comfortable, never looked comfortable. Very comfortable catch in the end. Arshad Iqbal, he's banging it hard. Ben Dunk knows there's not much time left in this innings, he's got to get after it. Babar Azam, he looks composed under the ball, but to get there, his feet move really quickly. Great body position, great bowling, fantastic spell. Ben Dunk has gone for 11. Lahore now all sorts of trouble at 97 for 5.
Score going at 6.19. Rashid continues banging the pitch, continues bowling impressively.
Yeah, no one's looked comfortable against him at all. He's been keeping that back of a length delivery. Ben Dunk under a bit of pressure. Babar Azam, he moved really well off the boundary. Saw it from here. Ben Dunk trying to get underneath it. On that occasion, there wasn't as much bounce. All I saw was a flash of yellow. It was Babar Azam getting under position. Safe hands.
.98 for 5. Isa walks in, just 4 overs to play. He needs to, well, get his act together straight away. The short ball, the slip in place. Karachi Kings knows the importance of getting him out straight away. And just a single, so 4 overs to go. It's 99 for 5.
It's been tough going, 99 for the loss of 5. 4 overs left. We know David Wisa can absolutely crash it. That's a 4. 100 comes up. Lovely piece of timing from Wisa.
And he's a danger. He's a danger to the Karachi Kings. Hopefully that's okay. He's gone down and he's off the field at the moment. Is he going to come back on? I'm sure he'll be okay, but he's a danger. We saw him in that last game in qualifier 2 when he took the game away from the Multan Sultans, and the Karachi Kings have got to be on this straight away. Look about where his strengths are and try and aim to get him out early. That was just a grass burn.
Slow ball tried and yielded good results. That's the way to go, and hit him high on the chest. To Spider, to बाबर साहब, आप हमें सुन सकते हैं?
जी जी, आवाज़ आ रही है।
कैसा लग रहा है?
अच्छा लग रहा है। देखें, जब फाइनल खेल रहे हैं ये तो एक्साइटमेंट तो काफ़ी होती है और एंजॉय कर रहे हैं क्रिकेट को। अनफॉर्चुनेटली क्राउड नहीं है, उनको मिस कर रहे हैं। तो
अच्छा, मुझे ये बताओ यार, जब बेन डंक का कैच आया तो क्या ज़्यादा प्रेशर था या नहीं था? आवाज आई? हेलो बाबर
जी,
जब बेन डंक का कैच आया तो क्या सोचा कि ये सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट बैट्समैन का कैच मेरे पास आ रहा है, या इसको ऑर्डिनरी सिर्फ बॉल को देख रहे थे?
रमेश भाई, मैं बॉल को देखा था, जो प्रैक्टिस की हुई है और उस हिसाब से वो ऊपर आया था बॉल पे।
Single pulled away to the man at square leg. We are in conversation with Babar Azam. Hopefully we'll get another question done and answer out of him. Yorker, very good delivery. I think you've got to vary the pace, vary the length also when the charge is on. Dominic, that's the way to go. बाबर, एक और सवाल जल्दी से कर लेते हैं।
जी जी।
पिच को कैसा रीड कर रहे हैं आप? मुश्किल लग रही है?
हाँ नहीं, अनीस भाई, मेरे ख्याल से पिच तो काफ़ी अच्छी लग रही है। मुझे जैसा लग रहा है कि यहाँ पे क्रिकेटिंग शॉट ज़्यादा अच्छी लगेंगी। नस्बत कि आप पावर हिटिंग करें, ठीक है, वो आपको करनी पड़ती है, लेकिन
Good ball, good bouncer. 5 runs from the over. It's 104 for 5.
Three overs to go then. Can they get to 140? Mohamed Amir. They've got to make sure, Karachi Kings, that they try and keep Visa off strike. He is the danger man in my eyes because of what he can do in the last, 17 deliveries. And as Babar has just said to you, because he just told me, he talked about it's a pitch that needs proper cricket shots.
That's right. I think it's a good summation of how to go about building your innings. Projected score, not a lot. But whatever they get on the board, I think now it's imperative that they block it, block the opposition getting over the line. It's as simple as that. So maybe get out your offensive skills up front with the new ball for 3-4 overs, then look for some defensive skills. It's got to be that mix.
And that tells you everything. 227 in the slot. Got to go full or gamble with a bouncer. The problem is with the bouncer is fine leg is up in the circle. That's perfect to me. Get him off strike. Keep him at your end as a bowler. And I talk about it all the time, and batting is very similar. Get into the over quickly. Batsman wants to get early boundaries and it puts you under pressure. As a bowler, obviously dots are brilliant, ones are okay at the end. Take your medicine. If it's 1 or 2 a ball, it's not going to hurt you.
Just been told 5.5 million viewers and listeners on YouTube outside Pakistan. That is outstanding.
Absolutely. I know a lot of people back home in England who are watching this, glued to it. Can't tell who they are because they keep picking either side. Some are saying, please cheer for Karachi, I can't. Please cheer for the Qalandars, I can't, I'm neutral.
That's a smash, but doesn't have any kind of timing, and that's been an issue for the batsmen. They've tried to collar the bowling, but it's just not happened because the ball has died, it's stopped, there's variation. I think Karachi Kings have bowled splendidly well as well. Last delivery ball at 113.9 kph, so that's been the go-to zone and go-to delivery for most pacers. Such good bowling from Mohammad Amir. Keeping it nice and tight. One rate 6.11, 110 for 5.
Change coming around, guys. Around Sohail.
That's gone up in the air. Is somebody calling for it? Is it going to be held? Taken, beautifully held. Running catch. It's a great catch for the final. Rutherford takes a blinder.
Again, I think this is a slower delivery. And you talked about it a few balls ago. Give credit to the Karachi Kings. This man would have had part of what they are doing now, Wasim Akram. Pace off, big boundary, into the pitch, and backed up by some excellent catching. Rutherford was superb, set himself under the lights. It's a massive wicket again. So Hale Akhtar goes to 14, 110 for 6.
Back with live action. Oh, it's a no ball. It's a free hit. And that means the pressure has been relented just a little bit.
Yeah, overstretching. Visa on strike as well. You don't want to give him anything here. Michael Goff, does he get it spot on? He normally does. He is absolutely spot on. What a decision. Remember, he just looks at that once. Brilliant from Goff again. Free hit for Visa. Guess what? What could it be?
Mid-wicket 6. Oh, it's gone for 4, I think. 4 leg byes, I'm not too sure. 4 leg byes, yes. Coming back to that no ball call, because you're under a little bit of pressure at this stage of the game. So many things happening that you can be off your radar and miss the no ball. But he was spot on. But the catching generally has been extremely good and efficient. That's such a good catch under pressure. Sohail Akhtar can bash the ball hard, so it's a vital catch.
And look how far he is. Look how far he is away, because that's where the bowler wants him to be. He would have put him there. And to see that angle, and to be able to do it once and go no ball and be spot on, that's why he is one of the best. Part of the elite panel in the ICC. Only 3 no balls Karachi have bowled this PSL, which is the lowest by any team.
Not running hard, there should be 2. Makes up his mind, David Visa comes back quite easily for the second one. He's pretty tall, Dominic, so I think he still gets a vantage point, or at a vantage point from that angle, from where he is.
Yeah, you're right. I think he's about 6'5", was an opening batsman for Durham. And then he retired quite early and he took up umpiring, and you know, I'm not biased because I'm English. I think he's one of the best.
I think you are. It's gone up in the air. Will this be taken on the bounce this time?
You might be right, yes.
There's no harm.
No, there isn't. I just like it though, because you know, we look at things and we ask for things and we call down and say, can you show us that again? And we're still not sure. You know, show us the Hawkeye, show us a little reverse angle, whatever it is. He gets one opportunity, and it was spot on.
It's skied up in the air. Who's going to call for it? And beautifully taken by Iftikhar. That's his 2nd catch of the evening. 3rd catch of the evening. The catching has been outstanding.
And the height of that, and we could see it from our vantage point here in the commentary box. He gets a big, thick outside edge. This goes up a long, long way. Nearly as high as the top of the floodlights. And he takes it so coolly. You're right, they've been excellent tonight. Mohammed Faizan goes without scoring first ball, 118 for 7.
Good spell of bowling from Maqsood. He ends his 4, 2 for 18. Magnificent numbers for a guy who doesn't get the headlines all the time for his side. 119 for 7. Mohammad Amir to bowl the last over of the innings in the block hole. That's the way to go. Middle and leg stump line and pinpoint accuracy from the left arm.
Yeah, in the over well. Into the over well. I know I've been talking about Michael Goff. And I want to talk about Aleem Dar as well. Another one of the elite panel with the ICC. We have two excellent umpires who have got all the experience. They know what these situations are about. And when they have the opportunity to make a decision, they make the right decision.
Just been told that Aleem Dar's decisions have never been reversed in T20 eyes, ever. That's gone all the way for 6. Good connection, good hit. Some respite for Lahore Qalandars.
Go loot low 6. 385 sixes. 20,000 rupees donation from Go Loot Low for every 6. Shaheen Shah Afridi, that was his first ball. We think about his bowling. His batting's not too bad.
Missing the stumps down the leg side.
But they're going to have to need his bowling, Ramiz. Beautiful catch. You're right, the catching tonight has been pure magic. In a pressurised situation, they've been brilliant. But if they're going to win this game or come back into this game, they're going to need the bowlers, Dilbar, Haris Ralph and Shaheen Shah Afridi.
It's called for 2. Babar gets a good bounce. Oh, trouble at the non-strikers and the strikers end. Both ends were open for play.
Well, he probably should have just gambled and just gone for it. Once the ball was coming to the end, he wasn't running. It didn't really matter if Shaheen Shah Afridi was run out. He needs to take the strike with 2 balls left. But didn't, so Shaheen Shah Afridi is going to try and hit it out of the park. You see, once, just go. Just go. Didn't work. How well?
Oh, that's such a good shot in the end. That really is magic from Shaheen Shah Afridi, a guy who doesn't really know how to bat properly at times. He's turning it on.
Do you know what I was just about to say, Ramiz? What is somebody at 6'5" doing this for? Why don't you just hit it out of the ground? That is absolutely exceptional. Good from Mohammad Amir because he follows him, and there's not a lot as a bowler you can do. You've just got to say, well done. Sensational shot. Can he finish it off for the Qalandars?
Qalandars' captaincy becomes that much more important now because they've got to defend a low score. So let's see how they'll prioritize things. Full delivery, 2 is the call. Visa is off from the non-strikers end. They get the second run quite easily. So it's not a bad end to the innings. Have they got enough? That is the big question and query. 134 for the loss of 7. That last over was the best over for Lahore Qalandars. 15 runs yielded. But Kings would be feeling quite satisfied with the workload, because they didn't have the option at the toss. They were forced to bowl first, and they bowled splendidly well. They've used the pitch perfectly. It's a slow pitch. It's a pitch that's dried. It's a pitch that doesn't have a lot of grass and gloss. And they quickly adjusted with their cutters, off cutters and leg cutters, massive variations from their paces, and not a bad result.
Well, I'm going to take you back to the first game between Karachi Kings and Multan Sultans, where the Multan Sultans only got to 141 and we went to super over. So as the Qalandars, that's how they've got to think. Take early wickets in the power play, put pressure on the Karachi Kings.
Different kind of pressure on the umpires, and they can easily be derailed by the enormity of the task, but so far so good. Right, can they be good with the ball? They have not got enough runs on the board, but can they make fist of things? That's the big question to ask, Aruj.
Yeah, they feel they're short by about 15 runs. The Lahore batsmen went at the ball. I thought their shot selection was a bit off, especially considering the wicket was playing a bit too paced. But Ramiz Babar spoke to you earlier on when he was in the field, and he said you have to play sensible cricketing shots. And if they want one person out there to do that, that's Babar Azam. He does have a very good head on his shoulders, very conventional batsman, and reads the wicket really well. First final for him, of course. In fact, for both teams. And what a trophy they'll want to lift tonight.
He's got to hit the bullseye. Sharjeel Khan tends to break his wrist early on. He'd be better served hitting the ball straight on a track like this. But he can be the match winner for Kings on the day. If he gets it through, then it'll be a lot easier for them to chase down this target. I think interesting will be at what pace they take on the challenge, because all they need is a 50-60 run partnership at a regular pace, nothing dramatic, and they can win this quite easily in the end. 135 in 120 balls.
Shaheen Shah Afridi to start proceedings. 135 to get for Karachi.
Right, off and running is Sharjeel. You also get a cue from the opposition, how they batted against the new ball. And they were very good, very fruitful opening partnership. Just trying to indicate to Babar Azam that ball came back. And I think the real punch-up is going to be this. Babar Azam versus Shaheen Shah Afridi, and watch out for that searing Yorker. Babar Azam has got most runs for a batsman in this year's PSL, and Shaheen Shah Afridi has got most wickets in this year's PSL.
And to add more pressure, Shaheen's got the slip in. Ramiz, I completely agree with you. This will be a contest to watch.
He's off. Quick single, challenging David Visa. This game going all around the world. Here in Pakistan on PTV Sports and Geo Super. Hum Masala, and it's a Masala final. In UK, Sky, in New Zealand. Eurosport is taking it to India and live stream. There are plenty of options for you in Pakistan and rest of the world. Stay glued. I think when you're defending such a small total, there can be a lot of clarity in your mind, because you're going to go at one pace, at one throttle, which is high-pitched, which is to look for wickets, not worry about anything else, because they need to take wickets up front with the new ball to hamper the progress, to make Karachi Kings toil a bit and think hard about this run chase.
Yeah, agree, Ramiz. The international streaming as well, going on the YouTube Pakistan Super League official.
Glorious, absolutely glorious. We're talking about a guy who's been at the leaderboard now for about good 2 years in T20 cricket. And if you were puzzled why he's getting runs, here's a great example of why he's been so good. Conventional, that is what he mentioned in our brief interview when he was parked at deep point. Got to play regular shots to survive well on this track, and that was pretty regular from him. Classic. Official radio partner of HBL PSL, 106.2. Wow. It had that wow factor, didn't it?
Yeah, that is simply spectacular from Babar. The classical Babar Azam cover drive. It doesn't get better than that. To the pitch of the ball, driven beautifully through the line. The poise and balance, world class.
Against Shaheen Shah Afridi too. I mean, he's been outstanding, and now he's been forced to think. Maybe a leg cutter and an off cutter, slow ball, look for variation. Maybe he'd drive you next time with hard hands and get caught at cover. Superb batting from Babar Azam. 11 without a wicket. Karachi Kings off to a flyer, considering that runs have been hard to come by for Qalandars. But when you've got Babar Azam at the crease, you expect class and glorious driving. But if you keep on bowling him or feeding him with seam-up deliveries, he's going to absolutely take you to the cleaners. So the idea is to look for cutters and have a short cover or a short mid-wicket in place. Because the quicker you bowl, the more that ball will hit the fence.
Yeah, both seamers pitching the ball up. I think they're trying to look for the swing, but nothing really happening for them. It's too far outside off stump, too full. And all Sharjeel had to do is get back on that and pierce the offside ring.
Yeah, that last ball at almost 140 clicks, it's not going to work. Hit the length and look for variety, the slow cutters. Because this is a regular net of fielders, and it's not going to hurt the batsmen because they're expecting the seam-up ball. So why can't we have a short cover or a short mid-wicket? Maybe get that slip fielder towards the gully post and look for length variation. Pace off the ball.
Ramesh, just as we speak, the fielder from slip has gone on, further tightening that inner ring on the offside, but I still don't see any catching men around the bat.
Into the gap and four, beautifully struck by Sharjeel. He's a heavy hitter, beautiful striker of the ball, and Haris Rauf this year has been expensive in T20 format. He's been picking up wickets internationally, but this year's PSL has not been kind when it comes to his economy.
Yeah, banging it in short, too short. Easily put away by Sharjeel, who was waiting for that one. Haris Rauf might be the highest wicket taker in T20 this year, but he's been very expensive.
Still persisting with hard pace, 146.9 kph. If he's going to bowl at that pace, it has to be within the stumps. Can't afford to allow the batsman the luxury of the width through the offside. Pakistani timing once again. Hardly seem to have hit that ball.
It's a very good start here from Karachi. Got 11 of the first, 9 of this one, with still 1 delivery to go. And Babar made it very clear that all they have to do is play decent cricketing shots. The bowlers have missed their length a little bit here. Slip comes back in for the final delivery to Babar now.
It's a good matchup this also. Haris versus Babar Azam. Most runs in the circuit and most wickets in the circuit. After 20 without a wicket, Kings. No jitters, no nerves so far from Kings. Yorker tried, and that's well blocked by Sharjeel.
Well, the most successful total that Lahore has defended has been 139 versus Karachi, but that was obviously in the previous, in 2019. Different conditions. And we'll have to come up with a different bowling idea as well. Slip's gone now.
This time that area has been blocked. Extra fielder. You've been also the frontline soldier, dentist.
Yeah, we're at one of the most high-risk professions, working in people's mouth with the aerosols flying here and there, so have to take cover.
Does that mean we need to take cover as well? No, you've done a fabulous job. Well done. Slower ball, that's the way to go. Dots will put pressure on Sharjeel because he's not used to blocking the balls or getting beaten by variations, so that's good thinking. It took 2.5 overs for them to realize the value of a leg cutter.
Ramiz, even the previous game played here versus Lahore and Multan, the eliminated 2, half the wickets that the seamers got was off the change-up deliveries. And Lahore picked up 10, Lahore seamers picked up 10 wickets on that day, so more change-up required here.
Yorker tried, Sharjeel is off for a run, only be a single. So quite a over for Qalandars, which is good in a way, 23 without a wicket. Qalandars need wickets, need to break the rhythm of this opening partnership. 23 they've gathered in no time. Right, this could be a bit risky. Samit Patel to a left-hander because Sharjeel will have a natural arc to target him over mid-wicket. There he goes. Catch it is the call. Will this be taken? And beautifully held. Magnificent running catch. Fakhar Zaman there taking it outstandingly well. Jubilee safe hands. This ball set up to be hit for a 6. He just didn't have the connection, and Fakhar, have a look at this great catch.
What a fantastic day the Lahore Qalandars are having. While all in all the catching has been fantastic, Fakhar does also have the highest catches of the tournament. But that ball should have been put away. Nevertheless, Sharjeel goes for 13, Karachi now 23 for 1.
Alex Hales is in at number 3. That's a nice way to begin your knock. Into the gap, 3 men after that ball. Wisa gets to the ball, 3 runs to Alex Hales. Well, the catching has been outstanding so far, and Fakhar there proving how valuable an asset he is by the rope, how well he targeted that ball and wanted it. There's never any hesitation in his approach. Beautifully held, diving full length on the floor, but holding on to that catch.
Oh yes, Emmett.
As we all know, Aruj, that Mazhar is a killjoy, so he's provided another very sorry stat for us to let the world know that Alex Hales' performance in the finals is not great. Got a first ball duck in T20 Blast final, just been told by him. That's why I never go out with him for dinner or anything like that.
Clearly upset about that, Mazhar is. He's told me he's not happy about that, Rambo. In the meanwhile, Samit drags one down the leg. We'll have to bowl that again. But interesting matchup here. Alex Hales and Samit Patel play for the same county, Nottinghamshire, so they should know each other's game well.
Dan. Nice.
If they can figure out a way to dismiss Babar Azam, it would be such a huge bonus and a boon for them. Best batsman in T20 cricket. Adjusted so well, came out of the crease a little early and then adjusted and played it against the spin. Now, he only got a single for it, but there were so many things working at play. Have a look. He was out of the crease, then adjusted, and then wristy roll through mid-wicket against the spin. Magnificent.
Oh, Semi, you. Well done, Semi.
After 4, 1 down for 28, the Kings.
We like that. Come on, Hunt.
A breakthrough finally for Lahore Qalandars. Sharjeel is the batsman who has had to go. He will play no further part in HBL PSL 5. At the minute, the crease are Nottinghamshire and England's Alex Hales, and one of the best players in the world right now in Babar Azam. And taking them on and hoping to remove one, and if not both of them, is Dilbar Hussain. He's been a wicket taker in the competition for Qalandars. Does suffer from bowling the odd no ball and the odd fielding calamity, but he does make things happen when he's got ball in hand. 107 from 96 is the equation. Should be a stroll for Karachi, right?
Not at all. We've seen Lahore Qalandars throughout the tournament play that unpredictable way, play that Pakistani way, if you like. And these guys, well, they can analyze what they like, but there's always had one player who stood out and got a performance and got them over the line. So never count them out, not in this tournament.
Oh, that's gone through. Dilbar can do this. Sort of shuffles in off a short run, a little bit like Jasprit Bumrah, I suppose, in terms of a short approach, but can really generate a little bit of pace and bounce that perhaps the batsman is not expecting.
And that's the sort of length that's really troubled the batsman throughout this game. We've got Arshad Iqbal, who bowled short of a length. The pull shot has been troublesome. Even the back foot shot has been troublesome. So he can bang it into the pitch and he'll get results.
This time Hales allows it to come into his body, deflects it to third man. It's worth remembering, of course, that if Qalandars were to remove Baba, precious little runs came from anywhere else in Karachi's victory, eventual victory over Multan Sultans. So break this partnership, preferably with Baba's wicket, and anything is possible. Anytime's a good time. I don't know what we'd have done without it. There's your no ball. I told you, he does it from time to time. But yeah, it's loosened the vocal cords right the way through HBL PSL 5. A T, that is. Not the no balls.
Well, where does Baba go though? Will probably bang it in again.
Straight up in the air, don't get excited. David Visa takes the catch. Oh, man in front of us has just jumped out of his skin. He almost jumped off the balcony in front of us here in commentary. This Lahore Qalandars owner is almost sprung over the balcony as David Visa pouched that catch. He thought the golden prize was there. Baba gone, but no, Dilbar, 6 no balls in the PSL this year, the most by any bowler.
Yeah, Butch, you know, all Lahoris love a celebration, and the problem here is that even if they win this game and win PSL, the next PSL is right around the corner, so the celebration wouldn't have ended till the next PSL starts, so they're short on time.
Yeah, even in the age of COVID, find a way to celebrate. Boy, would they have something to celebrate if they pulled this one off from here. I think that's going to be a wide as well. So Dilbar, whilst making the odd thing happen, is also giving away easy runs, free runs. that Lahore can scarce afford.
Well, in hindsight, Butch, on a difficult pitch, especially in T20, it's much better chasing when you know the target and you don't have to push so hard. I think maybe Lahore missed a trick in batting first.
I've got to tell you, can't believe they batted first. And they have, that's the decision. They've got to try and win the game this way round. Slight misfield at extra cover. Baba picks up a single, it's 35 for 1. Hit hard to Fakhar Zaman. Samit Patel into his second over. Just ahead. Just started to come back to the Lahore line after what was an excellent start. First 2 overs went for over 20. Alex Hales normally likes to give himself a bit of time before he explodes.
Ow, is he?
And that knots v knots contest continues.
Samit does dart the ball in, but it's no harm in just throwing one up because it might just stick in the pitch.
Hales giving himself room outside leg stump, sweeping away square and hard.
Don't mind it, Timmy.
He's absolutely smoked that one. Hales is away.
1-0 to Hales. Acknowledgement for Samit Patel. Just goes across. Nailed the sweep shot. It almost carried all the way. A skimmer. One bounce into the fence.
Great view from Spider Cam there from above Alex Hales' head. Just show that he showed all of his stumps just as Samit Patel was about to release the ball. Just stepped back inside and played that sweep shot. There's one thing though, Baz, he did hit it incredibly well. Samit might just think to himself he wasn't far from sneaking it underneath him either. Alex Hales had to shorten his arm swing a little bit because that ball got full on him. And he is just shuffling back across the stumps. Made great connection, there's no doubt about that. 3 balls left of the power play before Samit and co can get a bit more cover.
Come on, boys. Still here, come on, 2 and 3, 2 and 3. Oh, Samit, that's lovely. Same ball, Sammy, same ball.
Bit of a chirp from Ben Dunk saying, oh, same ball, why didn't he sweep that one for 4? Just trying to get Alex Hales going. The thing is, Baz, there's just no, particularly with a player like Babar Azam, there's no pressure, is there? The run rate is never going to get out of control. He can just play. Got to remove him.
No, we're 1 wicket away. We saw it the other night. We're 1 wicket away. Oh.
Almost do that every time. Into the leg side, run hard, come back for 2. Power play done. Karachi in front, 43 for 1.
Well, the power play has most definitely belonged to Karachi. And Sohail Akhtar has plenty to think about as Alim Dar signals the end of that power play. Wickets, please, say Lahore fans. Over 2,000 runs in T20 cricket between Babar Azam and Alex Hales this calendar year. Here's the power play.
Yeah, classy Babar Azam, how many times have we said that? Sharjeel looked at his in-form, striking the ball well, and you almost thought that he'd run away with it. Because he's a powerful player. Samit Parel came in, terrific catch from Fakhar Zaman on the fence. A wicket, much needed wicket. Now it's Hales and Babar. And they'll keep on driving through the offside on the up, classy shot. Just a couple of runs, but the ease at which they're able to rotate strike and get those runs, they need wickets quickly.
Just uppish. The Brighto colourful drive wasn't right out of the screws, which is Babar's skill. He's able to just stay on top of the ball even when it doesn't come onto the bat perfectly. For that 1,179 runs at 53 in a format that is high risk. Strike rate 137. Good work, really good work down there on the fence.
It's gone really quickly, bottom of the bat and quite fine. Haris Rao picked it up, left-handed. Sundridge, smart fielding.
His fielding smarter than his jumper. He's got a bit of tape, crossed his name out on the back of his sweater down there.
But wearing Pakistani attire today, you had a rough time of it getting your kameez on, your shirt on.
Well, the shirt was all right. I managed to get that on okay. It was just, I lost my strides as the string came out in the trousers, and I've put a little bit of weight on since I've stopped playing, but not enough to keep them up. Oh, he's got him! What a ripper! That is a beauty from Dilbar.
Yeah, the slow one, the off cutter into the pitch, and it grips and it turns back into the stump. Lifeline for Lahore Qalandars. Alex Hales has got his middle stump rocked. Still smiling Wasim Akram, but just rolling his fingers over this meant that it turned back, bounced, hit the top of middle.
That is superb bowling, it really is. I'm going to check the no ball. You always check it with Dilbar, but he's safe this time, thank goodness. And that is the end of Alex Hales. He's gone for a run of ball 11. Qalandars hanging in there, 49 for 2. Jamaican Chadwick Walton is the new batsman, wicket-keeper batsman, 35 years of age. He's at the crease because of this overspin and off-spin, side spin on that ball from Dilbar. Told you he makes things happen. When he keeps his feet behind the line, he's very dangerous indeed. Walton's away straight away. 50-2. Partnership required for Karachi. And it's well worth watching that delivery. Alex Hale sort of slumped his shoulders as if to say, well, what am I supposed to do about that? Dilbar says, well, you can walk off for a start. 50 up for the Kings. Chadwick Walton, interesting character. Played a lot of cricket in the CPL for Guyana, Amazon Warriors. So we're used to these slow turning pitches. They're low there. Since moved back to Jamaica, Talawars, and has become much more aggressive in his style of play. Interesting to see how he goes about this in partnership with Baba.
Come on, Semi, I want that safe hands again. It's coming, boy. It's coming. Down, Semi. Semi, work hard there, Semi.
Well, Butch, the qualifier, Karachi versus Multan Sultans, Karachi were cruising, and then Dominic Cork got to work and we went into a super over.
It was the pair of you, the most extraordinary spell of
and
well,
this
bowling and commentary I've
yeah,
ever heard.
This has a similar feel to it. Karachi have it in them to implode with the bat. So although it looks pretty comfortable, you add a couple of wickets there. That's why that man, the great man Wasim Akram, is so concerned.
He was ticking a little bit. There was a smile on the outside, but one or two nerves running through the body on the inside. Baba made 65 out from 53 balls in that run chase. Next best score was 27. Him had at the back end of just 16. Hell of a lot of single-figure scores in the middle order between that. We'll have to keep believing. 8 overs done, 53-2.
$53 for 2. Monty Rhodes has joined me. He's listening to Basid Khan. That's a couple of runs there. Listening to what he said about perhaps a little bit nervous Karachi Kings having got themselves into a similar position against the Multan Sultans. They were 90 for 3 in 9 overs, chasing 141, Jonty. Surely this is going to be a little bit easier, or do you see a little twist?
Dominic Cork, that's really well played, using what pace Dilbar gives him. From Chadwick Walton, I would say, even though we've been playing for 2 and a bit hours, now the final is starting, because these next 5 overs are going to determine who is the newly crowned champions.
PCB officials, Wasim Khan, who's the CEO of the Pakistan Cricket Board. Baba Hamid, Director of Marketing. So. Yeah, I think you're right, Jonty. I think you're spot on there, that this now is the time, because we've all been in situations where as a side, whether you're in the coaching or you're as a player, you think you're in a great position, but you know deep down, even though your required rate is under 7, which it is at the moment, 6.78, it's only going to take a wicket or 2, or a maiden or something like that, and then the pressure's back on you.
Yeah, that 6.78 required can jump quickly to 8. And this is the key for me. Lahore Qalandars cannot afford to let Karachi King. Samit Patel hits the stumps. Baba is already down at the side screen so far past. He had gone good running between the wickets, but a little bit sloppy for me. You can't afford to get those dot balls become ones.
Yeah, and how the Qalandars would have wanted you at backward point then. There certainly wouldn't have been one, I can tell you. No disrespect to Samit Patel, but matching you up against Samit Patel, no. I'm not having that. So you're right, he's very deep now, getting close, stop the single and try and get a bit of pressure on.
Yeah, you're right, I am just a little bit taller than Samit Patel, so height on my side. Oh, well played, Babar Azam. He is in a different league. He really is incredible.
I'm going to ask you, because I can talk over this and what a great shot, I'm going to ask you as a batsman, how difficult is it when you see the ball go into the wicket to then change like that?
He looked like he was about to pull. The first thought for me, he was going to pull this delivery, and he's just helped it on its way. That is really, really difficult. It really is difficult.
Yeah, it's just the way that he allowed it on and then just goes and uses his wrists and it comes off the face of the bat. It's like giving slip catching practice, but making sure you get over the keeper. It's excellent. That's why he's one of the best in the world, or maybe the best, and that's even better. Watch his running between the wickets. It won't get 2, but it's aggressive. He knows how important, hopefully he's not got an injury, how important this period is. 9 overs gone, 63 for 2. Samit Patel into his last over. 1 for 17 so far. That's what they're playing for. We know it's definitely going to be a new champion tonight. At the moment, Karachi Kings have got a little hold on it at the moment. They're reaching out for it. It's there for them. Can the Qalandars just get back into this game? Can they? They need a wicket.
Shaheen Shah Afridi on the boundary, picked it up really late. Chadwick Walton, it was just back of a length, a short arm jab. He's expecting 1 and he almost got 4.
Come on, Samit. Come on, Samit. Come on, boys.
Just go back to, if you're a Qalandars fan and you're thinking this is all over this game, just take yourselves back to that first eliminator. 90 for 3 they were in the 9th over, chasing 141, and you know how that game went. It went to super over. Babar Azam, I think, understands that he just needs to be the anchor at the moment. Happy with that if you're chasing or coaching, whichever one? Are you happy?
Yeah, I think the key is you always want to try and stay just in front of the game, because at the rate they're going now, very comfortable. They've brought it down. It was 6.8, creeping up towards 7, and it's 6.59 now required. But at the exact same time, Lahore Qalandars were 60 odd without a loss. So they were in the game as well, and suddenly one wicket brings a whole lot more.
Catch it there, skipper.
That's that one they get off the last ball. So 6 singles from the over. We're halfway. 69 for 2. Not a good start. Experienced 35-year-old will take a lot of pace off.
And the Osaka power run, they've brought in themselves a pair in to beat those dots. Both got a prize, the Osaka batteries. I don't know, it's definitely not my game anymore, Dominic Cork, I'm afraid. The Osaka power run.
There's that single again you're talking about. It's too easy. It's too easy. And that's where the Qalandars have to just tighten it up in some way. Even if it means Samit Patel has to get far too close. He's got to be in.
Because with all due respect to Samit Patel, there is not much pace in the wicket. David Visa, we know, will take pace off. So Babar Azam and Chadwick Walton aren't going to get much room and width and pace to cut hard square of the wicket. You can get closer.
Yeah, you're right there. He's livid with himself, Babar Azam, there, because he thinks that's a free hit. And he's picked out the fine leg who's really square. He wanted to hit the ground, and he's just saying to himself, I need to get that a bit finer.
But I think he's also in two minds, Babar Azam. He wants to bat through, and when you're in that sort of mentality, sometimes the really bad ball, you don't put it away.
Sorry to have to say this, but I've got a feeling something's building here. It's okay going at 1s and 2s. I just think something's building for the Qalandars, unless Walton just thinks he's the man to take the risk if they need a boundary, mid-off up. There it is. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Once it's put into his arc, let Babar bat all the way through, and if there's a risk to be taken, Walton's the man.
Great call, Dominic Cork. Delight in the Karachi dugout. Taking all the pace off. Long arms through it. The Osaka power shot. Lots of power there from Chadwick. Great extension. Doesn't try and overhit it. Knows there's no pace on the ball. The fielders are up. 4s will do, says the captain. I'll get the 1s. You take us home too.
I think that's exactly what he said. Look, yes, that's a good boundary, but I think in some ways also as a side you can look at a small total and start panicking a bit and think we need to be here in the 18th, 19th over. And in some ways you've got to just clear your mind, and if it's a half volley, it's a half volley, put it away.
Right. Samit Patel heard us. The over's done, it's 11 gone now, 76 for 2.
76 for 2 then, chasing 135, the Karachi Kings, to win their first HBL PSL title. Qalandars, well, they're looking for wickets. They nearly got one there. Harris Ralph into the attack with pace. Now, does this go back? Is this a chance? A sharp one. Jonty Rhodes, was it?
No, there's no chance. If he had hung on to this, nowhere near it, I'm afraid. That is asking for miracles. Dom Cork, I know you're a bowler and it's tough on the bowlers, but no, not at all.
Yeah, you're right. I'm just seeing a way, you know, I'm neutral here. I want the best side to win, but I want, you know, always just want something to see what a side's like under pressure. At the moment, the Karachi Kings are holding their nerve. They're accepting the pressure that is being put on, that's being put onto them by the Qalandars.
Well, they're pretty steady at this stage, a bit like the Osaka power run, pretty steady. They're not running away with the game at this stage. Pretty steady, the batting in the middle order so far.
Well, it was a tie. I wonder if that's got anything to do with this result as well. Not if Babar Azam's there. Even though he gets all of that and times it well, it's only going out for 1. Remember what happened in the last over where Chadwick Walton realised that a boundary would help. Pace is on it now with Harris Relf. Pulled away. That's a good piece of fielding that. That came to him really quick. Righto fans. Fan of the match. I used to do that myself. I tried to copy Alan Donald. I used to have a little bit of zinc on my face. Copied him, that's the only thing I did copy him at, because I couldn't bowl as quick as him, or as well. See there again. You can just see there that the ball into the surface isn't easy to hit.
So I've just been watching the body language, and we see Babar Azam, who is cruising along, hitting every ball in the middle. He's getting frustrated with himself. I'm watching the fielders. They still believe they're in it, Dom, and that is important. They got to believe they can turn this game around, and the body language says yes.
4 runs so far from the over. Last ball, look at where he wants to hit it, offside. Good, excellent. Don't miss field. What an over. It's bursting, it's bubbling here. Don't go anywhere. 12 overs gone, 80 for 2.
$80 for the loss of 2. They must have pinched, what, about 7 or 8 singles in that area. Samit Patel at times had been good, at times had been a little slow on the take. Hello, Uruj.
All getting different names, Rambo. But yeah, I think we've all been talking about this. They need to pick up wickets and the pressure needs to come on. Babar and Walton both are very quick, and we've seen that happen time and again now.
He remains the key. Babar Azam. Slow ball, a little invite outside the off stump. He went bang, wanted to hit it out of the park. Got nothing off the ball. No pace. Smashed. Only a single. It's like as if both teams are playing waiting game. Who will blink first? Who will push the panic button first?
Again, spoke about this earlier as well. We need to see the change-up deliveries. We saw Dilbar get a wicket with the slow one. We saw this one, the previous one to this, a slow one as well, working well for the Qalandars.
This could be a good pairing because we know Babar doesn't have to hit hard. He can be safe and secure, while his partner, we know Walton, can take the aerial route, can absolutely hit those big shots. And so he'll be kind of a relief provider to the cause in case it gets big on Karachi Kings. Task becomes a little big. Mohammad Hussain is a cancer patient, and all he wanted to do was to meet some of the players, and they were kind enough to sign their jerseys, shirts for him. Very great gesture from the boys, and it's a good job. He's here to watch the final as well. All the best to him. End of the over after 13, 2 down for 85. Nice and lit up, clean in that part of Karachi. Gotta be careful when you play the mid-wicket hike. RS almost in business.
Again, the slow delivery, foxing the batsman. didn't pick it up, was through the shot before the ball arrived. The Lahore Qalandars bowlers have realized that the stock delivery isn't going to work with just 49 to get for Babar and the Karachi Kings now.
Oh, that one took off. That was pretty brutal, lethal. It just took off from that length. It wasn't such a speedy Gonzalez from Haris Rauf, 134.6 kph, but look at the height it took.
Yep, no chance behind the stumps there for dunk. Unnecessary at this stage. Extra runs aren't really required. Have to bowl that one again as well. Rami, just reiterating how important Babar Azam is on the wicket. We'll come back to that after this delivery.
Big shot into the gap. What a good shot that is under pressure. The base was strong and easily done in the end by Babar Azam. He's playing one heck of a knock.
Fantastic pickup shot there. And another Osaka power shot. This time from Babar Azam. Just the timing through the ball. Almost cleared the fence. The balance that he has when he's striking the ball is absolutely sublime.
One great quality of a great player is how he reads the bowler's mind, what he's trying to do, what will be next. And I think camping on the back foot is the way to go on a pitch like this, where the majority of slow balls that are bowled at you, so you can tee off while being in the box.
Just emphasizes how important Babar's wicket is in Babar. We saw Karachi slump to a match they should have easily won, but they ended up tying that match on Saturday, and it was just after Babar lost his wicket. They went from 117 for 4 to 141 all out within a span of 4 overs.
Just got to create a situation here so that they can be in the game. Karachi needs just 38 of 38 balls. Run a ball will get them home. So get an extra man in maybe in the ring. Look for a wicket. Just show a bit of desperation. I think Qalandars are quite happy to just play run-of-the-mill cricket here. Just wait for things to happen rather than creating an opportunity for themselves. I think it's imperative for them to take a wicket now. See, this is all too easy. Run a ball, you milk that single through mid-on, mid-off, get that man in. Get a mid-off, mid-on up in the ring. Do something different here, Qalandars. Chakki Gata, have you been having it? Ruj, Sunridge, Takat, sab karne ki, including commentary.
Looks like Babar's definitely been having it. Clearly looks like he has all the power to possesses all the power to do pretty much everything. All too easy right now for Karachi Kings. Easily picking the singles off. 14 gone. Karachi 99 for 2.
बाबर आजम, हमें आप सुन सकते हैं? बाबर
जी जी,
कैसा चल रहा है? क्या लग रहा है?
अच्छा चल रहा है. So far so good.
अच्छा, बड़े आराम से खेले यार. ये वेरिएशंस के लिए बैकफुट पे कैंप करके खेलना ज़्यादा आसान है, क्योंकि हर दूसरा बॉल जो है वो स्लोअर बॉल है.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल, जिस तरह हमने भी वेरिएशन यूज़ की थी. थोड़ा सा बॉल होल्ड कर रहा है. कोशिश ये है कि क्रिकेटिंग शॉट पे रहें और जितना हो सके हम लंबा खेलें. और जो हम एरिया में आती है, आपको एक आधा चांस लेना पड़ता है, तो वो हम वो ट्राई.
वो है ना चांस लेने वाला दूसरा जवान.
कोशिश यही है, लेकिन कभी कभार आपको भी लेने पड़ जाते हैं.
एंड तक जाना पड़ेगा. बाबर, आप जो है इनको हौसला हिम्मत देते हैं. आपकी विकेट बड़ी इंपॉर्टेंट है, तो लड़ना है. अब थोड़ा सा रह गया, 36 रन रह गए.
इंशाल्लाह इंशाल्लाह. बस
ऑल द बेस्ट, ऑल द बेस्ट. 99 for the loss of 2. Need to get a wicket. It's as simple as that. Lahore Qalandars have got a fancied bowling attack. We know that there is Shaheen Afridi and Haris and Dilbar. Hafiz has not been used at all. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's surprising because this is clearly not going their way. And as we speak, the 50 partnership also came up in the last over just from the 45 deliveries. The two batsmen looking very comfortable now.
It's easily done. 100 comes up for Karachi Kings. I think they've got to stop the singles, look for a wicket, do something with the field set in the ring, especially make it tough for Kings to get over the line. Otherwise, Babar is too smart, ready to let a collapse come in his way. Tactically, they can still be in this game, Qalandars.
Try and just call the long on fielder back up in the ring.
Catch it as the call, it's into the gap. Beautifully struck once again by Babar. He's running back for the second. It's a sharp second run taken. He wants it. He absolutely is loving this part of the run chase. To be there, last man standing if needed, to get his team over the line.
He's too quick between the wicket. Babar didn't get a hold of all of that, but good fielding at the boundary as well. He had to race back Babar, but would have made it comfortably in the end. He's really quick. They need the wickets here, Qalandars.
It's the glittering trophy, PSL trophy. Oh, gone fine for 4. This is excellent batting. Beautifully placed. This is ability to pick up length early and to beat the field. He plays all his shots mostly into the gaps.
Yeah, the class of Babar Azam is shining. And speaking ever so more highly of him, Ramiz, it just goes to show you might be the best bowler of the tournament or the team with the momentum coming into this contest, but it matters on how you play on the day. And clearly Karachi looking on the road to victory.
Pulls it beautifully. This time he picks it up early. Crashes it into the fence. It's a 50 for Babar Azam. What a role he's playing in this run chase. Magnificent batting. The ability to pick up the loose balls and really cashing in when it matters. His 14th PSL 50. 5th this year.
What a player he is. He was quick to pounce on that, picked it up early and managed to hit it in front of square. He's got the most runs of the tournament, most runs in T20 this year, and brings up yet another 50. What a knock he's playing for Karachi.
He does it with a lot of safety and security. His batting doesn't need expansion or experimentation. It's all along the ground, carpeted shots most times, and then the ability to hit the loose balls. 6 boundaries, no sixes needed, and look at the strike rate on a tough pitch. He's made batting look so easy. Strike rate of 130, and he's been the best against the best. Shaheen Afridi beating him with a Yorker length. A rare miss for Babar Azam. 110 for 2. Seen the full range of class shots from Babar Azam. Staying inside the line of that Yorker. Beautifully bowled, missed the target. That's a nice gesture. Respecting each other's skills.
coming back to Babar again just goes to show that even with good, decent cricketing shots, he's still, with just the 6 boundaries, so that's just 24 off his 53 runs. He's done the bulk of the scoring in singles and doubles, still managing a strike rate of 130. Very, very impressive.
That's gone fine and given by the umpire, so they've got a great result here. Was there a little bit of bat involved? He's going to ask his partner, Chadwick Walton, what to do. Are they going to go for a review? He's been asked to leave by Babar. Wanted to play across the line and missed the ball, straight ball.
Well, a cross-seam delivery again. And there wasn't much of an appeal from the bowler for some odd reason. That seems to be plumb in front of the stumps. Well, Ben Dunk doing magic behind the stumps. Very good decision by the umpire. Chadwick Walton will have to walk back for 22. Karachi now 1-1, 0 for 3.
He's off again, Babar Azam from the non-strikers end. 61-run partnership broken. Covered the stumps, Yorker length, missed it. Would have gone on to hit the leg stump. So good job that he didn't go for a review. Forced out of it, I think, eventually by Babar Azam. Right then, 16.3 overs. Kings were 117 for 4. Opo's selfie moment is always special. And then they played that super over game. So they were cruising and faltered and withered away. Can it happen again? Can Qalandars create a bit of stir and drama?
Well, they'll sure hope to, but the difference the other day was that was Babar's wicket after the collapse took place. And he seems very comfortable out there. Wasim Akram will be very happy.
Difficult to judge from his very serious expression. What is he thinking? Surely not another heart-racing thriller. Oh, he comes back strongly. I mean, his fitness is being flawless. And that is what you want. I think is a perfect template for any young batsman. How to maximize your skills and talent. It's not only hitting 4s and 6s and having a good defense, but running between the wickets and being fit is the key to success as well.
Yeah, he's a super fit athlete and a performer in all 3 formats. And he'll want to stay and finish this off for the Karachi Kings to lift that trophy. Well, the J. super over. What are they aiming at?
At least within the legal parameters, no straightening of the arm. Oh, that is pretty weak stuff from Qalandars. Every run is as dear as gold dust.
Yep, doesn't look good. pretty unnecessary there. Mohammad Hafiz making that blunder. It's the final to play for. You want everyone on their toes rather than waiting. They would want to make something happen, pick up a wicket with maybe a brilliant catch in the field.
It's a good over, keeping pressure on Kings. 114 for the loss of 3.
Another dabbed single. Is now down to 20. Makram now slightly more relaxed. Spirit of Cricket Award, Multan Sultans, 252. An average of 22.9 per game. You reckon you would have won something like that, Spirit of Cricket Award?
Every time.
Every time.
Absolutely, yeah. Every time. Anybody who knows me, I was such a gentleman on the cricket field.
True. That's what I've heard.
No, I wasn't.
Nicely timed through the offside. That's all they need to do, is just cruise towards victory. Need a twist in this game.
Well, I'm not sure we're going to get it tonight, unfortunately. Look, I think, of course, the Qalandar fans and the Qalandar players want that twist, but I think you've just got to credit to the Karachi Kings tonight. They have been far superior. They played so well in that first game against the Multan Sultans, even though it went to super over, and they won that super over by keeping their nerve, Mohammad Amir, and so you have to give credit to them. Of course the Qalandars will be disappointed, and maybe they could look at, was it the right decision at the toss? And I'll go back to that. In a big final, your first final, when you're not sure how the pitch is going to play, should you have looked to have a bowl first? You're all together, and then you know what it's going to play like. I'm not saying that's the reason why, but one of the factors.
Dabbed again, another single. They're looking lovely today. It's like sitting with Count Dracula.
Well,
Christopher Lee.
You look better. See that hat to me? Just dip down a little bit. Just look at that. It's amazing.
Yeah, I stood on the door and welcomed you as well. But yes, Babar Azam, well, it's his first T20 final, and it seems as if he's just gone about business. It's just another game. He's been brilliant.
Well, look, there'll be a lot of people discussing who the best T20 player is, batsman at the moment, and people who watch T20 would definitely have Babar Azam in there discussing. In the air. Has he got enough of it? He definitely has, and it all just bounce once and go for 4. They're 11 runs away from their first title, 124 for 3.
$11 runs needed for Karachi Kings. And he's chipped it. And has that been taken? Yes, it has. So Iftikhar's just chipped it to Visa, and Haris Rauf has a wicket.
Is it too late though? That's what you'd have to think as a Qalandars fan. Is it too late? Babar Azam is still there on 62. Iftikhar, whether this just sits in the surface, it's not a slower ball. And he just punches it to David Visa. Good catch low down. We've seen some good catches tonight on both sides. Should have perhaps gone through with it. It had gone over mid-on. But they have the wicket. It's the end of Iftikhar Ahmed. He goes to 4. 124 for 4.
Jerfin Rutherford comes to the crease. Karachi Kings just need 11. 5 men in the circle. Wicket off the first delivery for Haris Rauf. Goes again, another chip and another wicket.
On a hat-trick. Haris Rauf is on a hat-trick. I just said, is it a little bit too late for the Qalandars? You never know. When Basit Khan and Dominic Cork are on commentary, guess what? Wickets fall. And they have to still believe. It's simple. Again into the surface. Maybe just sits up a little bit because Rutherford wasn't used to the pace. He just chips it to the captain, Sahel. He goes without scoring. First ball, 124 for 5.
Now defends the hat-trick ball, 2 and 2 for Haris Rauf. But he'll need a couple more. It's a bit of a test though, Tom.
Yeah, again, just chipped. Tried to use the pace, stuck in the surface, and a simple catch for the captain. Maybe feeling a little bit pressure, I don't think so. How many times has that man been in this situation? Wasim Akram, who's taken over the coaching role for these last 2 games, and on the verge of leading the Karachi Kings to their first PSL title.
Inside edge, honing in. It's now 11 of 14, so just inching closer.
Never know. It's how you've got to think. You never know. Babar Azam has just been watching this unfold at the other end. Captain's with him now. Imad Wasim. Wicket, wicket, dot, dot. What does he do here now, Imad Wasim? Not panic? I don't think he needs to panic. Still a long way to go. 14 balls.
Flicked in the air, timed well. Will this go to the fence? Boundary relieves all the pressure.
Great shot. What a shot. Haris Rauf went for a quick straight ball, just chips it away. Just outside leg stump. Watch the timing. Beautiful timing. No person in front of square. And single figures away from the title.
Single, so now down to one shot. 18 gone, 129 for 5. Shah Afridi with 6 needed in 2 overs. Terrific Yorker. He wants one of those to hit the stumps and quickly.
Well, it just shows also how important that boundary was.
Pepsi Carpe Cricket. Post your videos on social media with the hashtag Carpe Cricket and you'll get featured in our coverage. And if you play those shots and those celebrations, you're always going to get featured.
What shots? What shots?
Goes Yorker again. Will he hit the stumps? Oh, scramble single.
Yeah, it's hit Shah Afridi nastily on the fingers. Well, had to go for it, the captain.
Chairman PCB Ehsan Mani, but at the moment, well, there is some pressure out there, so if he'd hit the stumps, well, Imad Wasim would have run back to the dugout.
5 away then now. Calm head. He's played absolutely magnificently tonight. 62 from 48. Just what the Karachi Kings required. Only 7 boundaries.
Now turns it away. Gets it down to 4. It's a big moment for Karachi Kings. And it's taken the 5th season for them to now be in striking range of PSL, HBL PSL 2020. Imad Wasim would love to finish it off on this delivery. Times they throw the offside and Imad Wasim has led Karachi Kings to PSL 5 victory for them. The boy from Lahore, Babar Azam, has made sure that they don't mess this up. This has been one hell of an achievement. All hail the new kings of PSL.
Brilliant from Karachi Kings. What a performance. From start to finish, the way they held their nerve against the Multan Sultans in a super over. There's delight in there. But also remember the man that isn't with them, Dean Jones, who sadly passed away and would have been here tonight. I know he'd be looking down and he'd be so proud of all these players. And Wasim Akram, who has taken over. So give a little thought to him. But what a performance. Throughout this whole game today, they have dictated, they have played well, and they have thoroughly deserved to win this year's Pakistan Super League.
The epic final and Karachi come on top. Well, Lahore Qalandars got to the final, but it's all been Karachi's night tonight.
Yeah, give a thought to obviously Qalandars, who have got themselves through to their first final. So congratulations on that, but the congratulations will go to the winners. Karachi Kings atmosphere probably not as big as it would have been if crowds would have been in. And Imad Wasim, who has just been talking to Ramiz Raja at the presentation, will make his way to the stage area where they will lift the trophy. The first time this has happened as Karachi Kings franchise. Obviously in these testing times there is different areas. These teams are all in a biosecure environment, so they're all being together. And what a performance it's been. Excellent from all members of the side. It's a big squad. Wasim Akram took over as captain. And they have thoroughly enjoyed and deserved this victory. Thoughts to Dean Jones, who is not here tonight, who sadly passed away and was coach of the Karachi Kings. What a performance. Even though the crowd has not been in today, I'm sure they are now witnessing this firework display that is going off now. Excellent stage, lit up. And I'm sure that Karachi is going wild this evening. Even though it's taken over 7 months to get this edition of the PSL through because of the difficult times, we eventually have a winner. And everybody should take their time and enjoy this moment. A lot of hard work and dedication has gone into putting a squad together. A lot of trials and tribulations. But it's all about the squad, all about the team, the backroom staff, the supporters who have been there in the first few games and watched Karachi get themselves into the top 2. It's been an excellent end to difficult tournament, having lasted so long, and it won't be too long to get prepared for the next edition. Fireworks going off everywhere. Witnessing something special. A team on their home ground winning their first Pakistan Super League, led really well by Imad Wasim Babar Azam, who was player of the match with his excellent 63 from 49 deliveries. Quite fitting that the captain finished it off with a beautiful looking off drive, and they comfortably won the final by 5 wickets with 8 balls to spare. They'll be dancing everywhere, and all in memory of their great leader Dean Jones, who sadly passed away. He'll be watching. Professor Dino will say, I told you we'd win it. I knew we would win it, and he was right. Sadly missed, but I'm sure immensely proud. That's what it's all about as a professional cricketer, to lift trophies, to be part of a franchise that is successful, and now they have the platform. Can they build from here and be a major force in Pakistan Super Leagues to come? A jubilant coach in Wasim Akram. How many times have we seen this man do this throughout his playing career? Now as coach, you were listening early, they talked about Dean Jones and tributes to him and his family. Wasim has won it before at the Pakistan Super League with Islamabad, and that's where Dean Jones was as coach. Family are with the players, and quite rightly so. Wives, they're all part of professional cricketer's career, they have to give up so much. Team home is there as well. And everybody should take their time lifting the trophy. 2 wickets today. Muhammad Asif, remember, came into the side for Wayne Parnell. That was their one change. So we're just coming towards the end of what's been a fantastic edition of the 2020 HBL Pakistan Super League, through for a lot of reasons. Having a gap of 7 months when Pakistan Super League had to be shut down, and we've had some excellent moments. Congratulations to the Karachi Kings. They've been excellent throughout and they've thoroughly enjoyed today's performance. Give a thought out to the Lahore Qalandars. They were part of the final. So congratulations, we hope you enjoyed it, but let's take a look back at this season's Pakistan Super League. Thanks for joining.